War. War never changes. It's so very familiar to other sizes throughout the world of days and to our last hope for through last times. Is the not for havoc to be done is what's our legacy to be thrown. And once that, until then, the last of our land for our relationship did to us. Until last never seemed like any other before. And until then so, very familiar other for growed out, the mankind prepares to be ruined by dangerous carnage. And so that didn't took down for last humankind is about to die into our cities prepares to fall. And not even so familiar what did not have it to be uncaused. Its others seem to be familiar what did have by fault to be another last kindness. Now we fare away, and now our city is successfully thrown down by nuclear flames. And so that didn't conflict to ourselves then. It's like us didn't too much very suggestible otherwise what would happen if the world didn't convict it to us all. That just the beginning. It's what happened that day. It's very familiar than others. What did havoc on it to be seen as a last throw to conscious thing. And so, in far future after that, we made it through to arise our independence throughout to the 26th of May. And before that, we actually fight the Russians instead in third ones. But special thanks to the Swedish military for our protection. And so for that didn't convict ourselves down. And other sizes would be accepted. It's our far future to make it through any way in us to itself. Will be grew up forever what it did last to be built by latest largest landings as far beyond. Not until then, it should be done by all of us were dead, and so that very took familiar than others. Until then, it's not to ourselves to be done with it. And so, very other sizes is lost to our havoc on. And now, the nuclear flames prepares to uprise with their huge explosions. And so for that, it's just havoc on to be familiar in other sizes. Our Tbilisi prepares to fall by year 2088. And so our all cities were gone. Between our churches, our homes, and our cities, what we live. And everything is now broken. It would never to be seen because it's no longer to grow up every time. It will never become a largest city. And that's so familiar what did have for human cause. It is not so yet to be changed up to its last human days. Not even there familiar what it took isn't so prideful. And that should not be done. As always, they would never take down with it. And as other sizes, what did not just havoc on to be seen is not so dateful, and it should be done for a rise to our landing is apt to be far beyond what it did just happen. And for that, we do not know. And it seemed that everything as actually did for a last change for our mankind is now through it. And now, I'm alone, and I am the various lone survivor, and it spoke of it to be believer, and spoke to arise. The mutants will be reborn, and become ourselves to be powerful enough to see. We shall pay our justice with our revenge, and reconstruct Tbilisi to restore our buildings, churches, and other same of their apartments. And that, though we threw out to the last, is far to be bear away. And that is all what we need. The mutants and the orthodox humans will survive every day that the human race lives on.